basic committee. And I just want to say thank you for your service and your leadership here at the Center. It's an exciting time for us here at the Space and Rocket Center. We are celebrating multiple milestones. First, it is our 51st anniversary. 51 years ago this month, we were established in March of 1970. I hope you're all checking us out on social media because we're posting some great vintage photos and others are sharing as well. And so we are just so proud to be an integral part of this community and of our heritage. We're very proud to put it on display. We're also celebrating the success of our Safe Space Camp campaign. We had almost 9,000 donors from every one of the 50 states of the United States and 40 countries that all contributed to bring back Space Camp this year. So I am so happy to say that we're going to operate. It will be at a limited capacity this year to maintain our safety protocols, but I am happy to report that we are almost 100% sold out with a very lengthy waiting list. So we appreciate the donors who spoke through their donations and told us that this place and these programs are too important to lose. The third item I'd like to announce today is the rollout of our new Explorers Club. It is a way for individuals all over the world to contribute to this center in small monthly amounts and receive exclusive benefits. So Brenda Carr, head of our foundation, will talk more about this program later. Now for the main celebration of today. We are here to announce and to celebrate the establishment of our first major endowment at the center, which comes to us from the Schonrock family. This donation of $250,000 from the Schonrock Charitable Remainder Trust will create an endowment to help us ensure that this institution is here for the next 50 years. The U.S. Space and Rocket Center Education Foundation will manage and grow this endowment with a percentage each year going to support the Rocket Center and continue our sustainability into the future. This gift will help ensure a firm foundation for the work that we do here and serve as a beacon to invite others to contribute to our mission for years to come. We want to thank the Schonrock family and let them know that their generous gift is deeply appreciated. The Schonrock family have a long legacy in space exploration. Keith and Betty were both computer programmers at IBM during the Apollo program. I'm told that Betty worked on the instrument unit for the Saturn V, which hangs right above us right now. And Keith was one of the 4 founders of Intergraph, which supported the space program. Keith passed away, unfortunately, in March of 2016, and Betty just this past June. Over the years, Betty has been very involved in many ways at the Rocket Center, including working on the Saturn V Restoration Committee. She also served Alabama Space Science Exhibit Commission's Vision and Plans Committee. The Rocket Center was dear to her and her family, stemming from the days that her father, Colonel Chauncey Huth, helped establish it. As Dr. Werner von Braun's assistant, he was among those who petitioned the Alabama legislature to establish what was then the Alabama Space Science Exhibit, today known as the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. It is heartwarming that multiple generations of the Schonrock family share our convictions on the importance of inspiring and urging others on to higher levels of learning, achievement, and teamwork. Thank you on behalf of all of those who will cross the bridge that runs through our doors to connect to a brighter future. In the words of Albert Pine, what we do for ourselves dies with us. But what we do for others in the world remains and is immortal. We are pleased today to have Keith and Betty's children and Colonel Huth's grandchildren, Heather and Keith Schonrock, here with us today. Thank you for your family's heritage with this center and for your generosity. We are honored to partner with you as we continue to inspire the next generations of explorers. So with that, I'd like to invite Heather to come say a few words.
Good morning, and thank you for coming. I like to say that space is in our blood, our family's blood. We're now 4 generations strong in the space program, from my grandfather, Chauncey Hughes, who worked on Werner von Braun's staff. Both my parents programmed for the Apollo program. I have been to space camp, as well as worked on several NASA contracts here with my company. And now our children, my brother Keith and my children, have attended space camp, and they're hooked. I just wanted to take a moment to thank the U.S. Space and Rocket Center for all they've done for space research and education and encouragement, and also just to thank my parents for supporting this effort and bringing this endowment to fruition. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather, and thank you, Keith, April, and Bill, for being here with us today. We at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center Education Foundation join Dr. Robinson and the Rocket Center family in thanking you for this wonderful gift. It's very special to me because Betty was a mentor to me. When she joined the Saturn V Restoration Committee, she started with a very large donation, and when I talked to her about the donation, I asked her if she would join the committee, and she was an early adopter. She was an inaugural member, and she stayed with us for 6 years. And during that time, what she shared was not only her financial generosity, but it was her great business skills. It was her uncommon common sense as she guided us. We stand in this building today under this magnificent rocket in large part because of the wisdom and the guidance and the push she often gave us as we worked to complete this project. And then when we finished in 2008, she didn't leave us. She joined the Rocket Center's Visions and Plans Committee, which is charged with looking at what do we do next. And Betty brought to that committee a great grounding in reality. And the last conversation I had with her was in 2019, after a Visions and Plans Committee, when we were talking about the 50th birthday celebration. And she was very excited, and she was all in to help us do that celebration because your family has such a great tradition. Dr. Von Braun had the vision for a museum in North Alabama, but when it came to actually getting it done, he turned to your grandfather. He was the boots on the ground. So thank you for that, and thank you for your family tradition. And Betty, over her years with the Visions and Plans Committee, heard many times our talk about an endowment. Betty was not so much a talker, Betty was a doer. And so thank you very much. She's given us the push today. She's still mentoring us and saying, here it is. And I want you to know, on behalf of the foundation and the people here, we're going for it. This is a start. We will grow it. And I think Betty would be delighted to know that also today we're launching something called the Space Camp Explorers Club, because this is a very practical boots on the ground initiative. When we launched the Save Space Camp campaign, 9,000 donors came forward. But what our takeaway was is we looked at the data, Betty's mentoring, 7,700 of the people who contributed to that campaign gave $100 or less. 5,300 of them gave more in the $10 and $25 range, but they gave many times over the past few months. And so, therefore, taking the programmer's guidance, we're giving these people a vehicle to be able to move forward. And so today we launched the club. And it will provide some exclusive benefits for those who sign up. You'll be able to enjoy podcasts. Our commission member, Homer Hickam, and our celebrity commission member has done a podcast for us. Thank you so very much. I'm already hearing rave reviews about it. And we have behind-the-scene videos, so you get to meet many of the staff and learn what it takes to bring the educational programs and exhibits to the public. So we're excited, and we think Betty would be pleased, because with the endowment and with this boots on the grassroots effort, then we're setting the stage. And I personally want to thank you, because Keith and Heather, you have said, you and April and Bill, you're coming forward. You don't want to just leave with a bequest. You're staying with us. And for that, we thank you very much, because the strength of this organization is not just in the dollars. It's in the heart, and it's in the service. And we move on because of what Betty left with us. And we thank you for that. But we look forward to you joining us, because with the endowment, with the club, and with strong volunteers, the next 50 years will be even more amazing. And thank you to everyone for joining us today. I invite you, I hope you don't mind, if you would like to greet the Schonrocks and personally thank them. We would appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that concludes our remarks today. If any of members of our media, friends of our media, would like any other information, be happy to join you over here and chat about. Thanks so much for coming, everyone. Thank you all for this amazing day. 50 years ago, we were closed a year ago today, we were closed. There wasn't a soul in this building, so what a joy it is to be here today. Thanks.